Alright, teachers, this is a quick tutorial on OneNote. We will be having a PD on OneNote on Monday. If you're interested in coming, the 6th grade team is going to go over how to use class notebooks. But in the meantime, before coming to the PD, you should take some time this weekend to get your notebooks set up. So what you want to do, you can only do it from the online version of OneNote. We want to go to Google Chrome, just because I like Chrome. And the first thing you're going to need to do is log into Office 365. I think it's much easier to Google Office than it is to go through BCPS1. So if you Google Office, then one of the first links should be sign in to Microsoft Online Services. If you've signed in before, your name should already be there. You can click the Keep Me Signed In button for this. There's nothing private in here that it would be fine if you left it up and students got in. Also, it kicks you out after a certain amount of time. So you can click Keep Me Signed In for this particular account. Alright, so when we log into Office 365, you can see all the different things that you can do, all the different apps that you have. But if you notice, Class Notebooks isn't there. What you actually have to do is go up to the grid in the corner, and if you click on that once, it shows you one more app, which is the Class Notebook app. You're going to click on that. And what you want to do to get started is create a class notebook. Now, some of you know that we had some problems with this, but we did find a way around it, so it's important that you watch the video so that you know how to get around it. So we're going to add a notebook name. I'm going to do a sample notebook so that I know it's not any of my actual classes. If you are a class teacher, you probably want to put your subject and then your class period. So I did something like Science 1A. Then you're going to click Next. This is just telling you about the different spaces that you have. So the collaboration space would be to assign group projects. The content library is your space, only you can edit it. This is where you would post handouts and things like that. And then you have the student notebook section. So the student can edit, you can leave comments, but they can't view each other's, only you can view each other's notebooks. So you can just click Next, because I just explained it to you. If you have a co-teacher and you wanted to make it available to them, or if you wanted to share with another teacher, maybe language arts and reading, you want to share the same notebook, you can enter that teacher's email address here. We're not going to do that. We're just going to click Next. And here's where we got stuck before. We started trying to add student names, so if I type in a student name, you can see that it comes up. But when I go to click on it, okay, it lets me, but it probably won't let you. And we're going to go through how to solve that problem now. So don't worry about entering the student names yet. You're just going to go ahead and click Next. We have no students in this particular notebook. Design student spaces. It comes with these 4 tabs already in there. If it were me and I was doing it again, I might add one for drills. So you can add more. It's very simple. Just click it. You can add your own section, and every single student in your class will see these 5 sections. Or you can just leave it how it is, because that's what I did when I made my first notebook. So go ahead and click Next. It's going to show you a preview. So they have the 3 different sections, and then they have the 4 different tabs or section groups. One for homework, drills, quizzes, and handouts. And then once you are satisfied with that, you're going to click Create. Okay, now remember, we haven't added any students, because for most of you it won't let you, and I'm going to show you how to get around that right now. This is the link you can share with your students, but we'll come back to that in a second. So now if we go back out, okay, we're now in Office 365, but you can see all my OneNote notebooks here. Many of these are sample notebooks, so I need to figure out how to get rid of them. But we want to go to our sample notebook. So this is the notebook that I just created. You want to go into the notebook that you just created. And in order for you to add your students, you're actually going to have to open it in the app. Now my app was being funny earlier, so hopefully mine will open. We'll find out. So again, underneath your notebook name, you should see the Open in OneNote button. You're going to click that, and that's going to send it to the app on your device. Now, I told you mine is being difficult, so we're just going to ignore that for now. It opened anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so once you've done this, now you will be able to add student names. So what we want to do, you can close this, you don't need it open anymore. And now you would have to go back to the little app button up here, go into the class notebooks, and this time instead of creating a class notebook, we are going to add new students to our sample notebook. So we click on the sample notebook, and now you should see, and remember you have to go last name first. You can't type in the student's first name because they're listed last name first. So if I want to add James Addison, okay, now you should be able to click on him, and then you can simply go to the next person. So then if I want to add Wesley Beckett, you can see there are a lot of Becketts. If I keep typing, it gets more specific, and you can go through and add your whole class list, and then you would click Next. Okay, so I added 2. Did we get this right? You can check your student names, click Update. It's going to take a minute to load, and then it's going to give you this link, and this link is what you're going to share with your students. Now there are a couple different ways that you can do this. First of all, you want to copy it without the OneNote bit. So you want to start at the HTTPS. This won't let you, so copy the whole thing. But then when you paste it somewhere, make sure you're only pasting the web address, because otherwise it won't make a hyperlink. Your students will have trouble getting there. One thing you can do is post it into BCPS1 as a lesson tile. There is a way to add it as a link. Again, make sure you get rid of the OneNote at the beginning. The other thing that you can do at school, I'm not at school right now so I can't show you, is you can post it on the student drive. You can open a Word document, title it Notebook Link, and then your students will be able to go there, go to the Word document, click on the link, and it will take them to the correct website. So you need to post this somewhere that your students can get to and click on so that they can go and log into your notebook. Okay, so what I want you to focus on before our PD on Monday, because then we'll actually talk about what's in the notebook and how we would like to use the notebook, is getting your class list into the different class notebooks that you've created. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, let me know. My email is very simple, kdell@bcps.org. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend.